Mohamed Salah has now had 8 solid years in the Premier League, a time which saw him go from, well, London to Italy to start with, but also from a Chelsea flop to a Liverpool legend, from a Premier League flop to a Premier League legend, from a doomed and damning disaster no doubt more deplorable than Depay, Di Maria and dare I even say the Delzone Ali Dia, to a silky and scintillating success almost certainly more salient than Cesc, David Silva, Suarez and even CR7? Because you see, now that Salah has spent more or less a similar amount of time in the Premier League as the Manchester United great, and given that they also play in similar positions, the comparisons were inevitable. Who is better, they ask? Salah or Ronaldo? Premier League Ronaldo. Don't worry, I didn't just wake up and down a gallon of petrol this morning. We're limiting CR7 to his years at United? Of course we are. Salah has a family. So who really is better? Well, there are obviously many ways to answer this question, but let's talk about a way you shouldn't answer. By just looking at numbers. Fuck's sake, man. How many times do I have to explain? Do you still not realize how stupid it is to just throw around figures and base your judgment off that? Well, if Twitter is anything to go by, you certainly don't. So let me tell you just how misleading these statistics are. Because what if I told you that Salah having a higher number of goals and assists than Ronaldo isn't a sign of how good he is or how bad Ronaldo was, but rather it's a sign of the times. Because simply put, it is categorically easier to score nowadays in Salah's era than it was during Ronaldo's initial spell at Manchester United. Don't believe me? Well, here's a random example. Well, in the 6 years Ronaldo spent at Old Trafford in the mid-2000s, Manchester United averaged just over 70 goals per season. Now, this average back then was not only enough for them to win 3 back-to-back league titles, but finish as the top scoring team in the league, also on 3 occasions. On the other hand, in Salah's first 6 years at Liverpool from 2017 to 2023, his side scored exactly 80 league goals per season, almost 10 more than that great United side. And still, guess what? Not only did they win just 1 out of the possible 6 league titles, they finished as the top scoring team in the league a grand total of 0 times. And you know what? Just think about that. Where an average of 70 goals per season across 6 seasons was good enough for you to swipe up half of those titles 16 years ago, these days 80 per season is barely good enough to win 1. Like hell, the Liverpool team that finished 5th last season still managed to score 7 more goals than the United team who won the fucking league in 2009. I mean, if that's not a sign of the times, I don't know what is. And the specific reasons behind this is pretty straightforward. Football now favours attackers more so than it did at any time in recent history. Be it the evolution of tactics, changing of the rules, or even improvement in playing conditions. Cause you know it's no coincidence that practically all goal scoring records are being broken now. And again, it's less to do with how good a specific individual is and more to do with where the entire game is going. Like, ask yourself honestly, you really think Neymar is a better goal scorer than R9? Or Giroud is a better goal scorer than Henry? Be serious, will ya? And yes, similarly, stop directly comparing Salah and Ronaldo's Premier League numbers. And by the way, that's not just because of everything I just said, but also let's not forget, while they both on paper played on the right, their roles were completely different. Salah is a left-footed inverted winger who's tasked to either cut in and shoot or run beyond the false 9 when Bobby Firmino was there. In contrast, Ronaldo was a right-footed wide midfielder whose job was to almost exclusively isolate a fullback, get on the outside and knock the ball across. Now you fucking tell me, how are you more likely to get more goals and assists? By cutting inside, getting involved in the link-up play, overloading the middle while your fullbacks provide the width, or going out wide yourself, crossing the ball and inshallah Van Nistelrooy is in there somewhere. It's a wonder why football moved on from those tactics. Anyways, as far as how you should judge which one of them's been better in the Premier League, well, I'd rather not. I love them both. They both make my all-time Premier League 11. Salah on the right, Ronaldo on the left, and Giggs on top of his brother's missus. However, if you do want to see that video, will I happily oblige? Obviously I will. Beggars can't be choosers, as I've said before. So yeah, people, do let me know in the comments if you want to see the video. Whoa, wait. One more thing. You see, as dumb as the stats argument from the Salah camp is, I actually think the CR7 stands might have topped that. Because when defending Premier League Ronnie against Salah, they usually point to the Ballon d'Or. So, if you are a Ronaldo fan who uses his first Ballon d'Or to justify him being a better Premier League player than Salah, well, this is what I have to say to you. You do realize the Ballon d'Or is based off other people's opinions, right? So what you're basically saying is Ronaldo is a better Premier League player than Salah because people told you he is? What are you being a follower for, fam? Make your own mind up. Sheep. But yeah, let me know if you want to see that video. And that is that. Agree or disagree beats indifference. Once again, don't forget to like and share. Do let me know if you want to see a MS11 vs CR7 Premier League comparisons video. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. Till next time, keep rolling.